Welcome, Libra. I'm Adriana. I'm a soul guidance coach. I help sensitive, self-reflective souls choose maximum growth. I have a divinely guided, intuitive message for you today. And this is a brand new spread. I've not tried this out with any clients. I have not tried it out on myself. So this is the first time I am reading it for a Libra. So this spread looks at the inner world, your inner self, and the outer world this week, and kind of the tension or the relationship between the two. We'll also draw a message card at the end. So let's get started. We have Queen of Pentacles outside, Two of Pentacles inside, Five of Pentacles inside, and the Lord outside. Interesting right away, just visually looking at the red and the green on the outside. So it's like Christmas comes early, doesn't it? Or we've got complementary colors. Heart chakra and root chakra, thinking about. Okay, let's start on the inside, Libra. Whew. So we have kind of two tough Pentacles cards here. What's interesting to me is that these cards are actually oriented towards the outside. So Libra, this says to me that this is taking a lot of what you're seeing in your outside world and processing it, and perhaps taking it a little bit more personally than you need to be doing. So rather than, expressing your inner world out, you're taking your outside world in, taking that as what you feel, and then putting that back out. It's kind of a little bit backwards, you see. Instead of going this way, it goes this way, this way, this way. So let's take a deeper look at these two cards. There's a sense, because of feeling perhaps a bit discouraged by what you're seeing in the outside world, there's a sense that this part of life, or at this point in time, this circumstance is not going to change. There's the despair and a melancholy, just is this the way it's going to be forever, that kind of feeling. We've had a lot of financial or money cards, pentacle cards. So this may be something in your financial state, but we also may be looking just in general at kind of the state of your world. You're feeling that sadness about the world, but again, you're not letting anyone see. This is all on the inside. This Two of Pentacles is trying to make a decision, is juggling back and forth. Is this really what I see? Actually, no, hang on a second. The Two of Pentacles is trying to make a decision about something, but the perception is a little bit off because of the strong emotional reaction on this Five of Pentacles card. You're trying to keep a level head looking at all the facts, but there's a bit of a subjective emotional tint to the information. So your facts are a little bit wonky, I have to say, Libra, because underneath it all is this narrative of nothing will ever work out, everything is going to stay this way, nothing's going to change, nothing's going to be good for me. Okay, so you're not looking at this objectively as you might be thinking. Let's look on the outside. Okay, huge figures here, so huge. The outside energy to you is more important than the inside this week, it seems, okay? So just kind of bear that in mind. Okay, we've got passive, we've got protective. There's a desire to grow a bit too fast with these two energies here. Kind of like you've got these big shoes to fill. Have you ever watched a little girl playing dress up with her mother's clothes, and she tries to walk in heels and it just doesn't work? And in like 15 years or 10 years, those heels aren't going to be a problem. But at the moment, she can't walk in them. And so the shoes you're trying to fill are just a little too big. The place you want to get to, that material stability you're looking for, and the way you want to get there, our process, the Lord, the building that you want to get there. It's a little bit beyond you right now, and that's part of the reason why the gulf seems so big, the Five of Pentacles, that it's way, you're reaching for something too big right now. And that's why it's discouraging rather than encouraging you. So when something feels within your grasp, it's much easier to feel optimistic. But when something feels way out there also feels like, infrastructure is a word that comes up with the two of these. And that's very cold, kind of clinical word. But infrastructure talks about the foundation and the way you're building something from the inside. And that's part of what seems to be overwhelming, that there's maybe too much to do, too many details to take care of. And in a way, you're almost being asked to do too many practical things, and you don't get to do the dreaming and the vision and the talking about things in an expansive way, or in I want to say a seductive way, because Libra, you have such a way with expressing ideas and the way things could be. You're being forced to kind of put it all into practical details, and that is not comfortable for you. That's why we have this kind of despair going on the inside. So let's get a message card for you. Nine of Swords. Your worst nightmare. Thank you. It's like, thank you for that advice. Okay. So the Nine of Swords to you is saying, Libra, don't stress. You've got this, okay? First of all, when we're talking about practical small things, you still want to be thinking of your big, beautiful vision. You still want to be thinking of where you're going, because the practicality is about putting that vision into action. It's not practicality for practicality's sake. The other thing you may need to do is ask your vision to be scaled down. So rather than one huge grand idea, let's see if we can think about it in 3 or 4 stages. So what is the grand idea of this beginning stage? What is the grand idea of this next stage? What is the idea of this? This is all about thought management. And the 9 is asking you to use your mind in a better way, in a more constructive way. So how can we put these two tensions together? You've got to do some pentacle work. You've got to do some work on the earth this week. We've got 3 out of 5 cards are pentacles, and this 4 is the number of the earth plane, the grounding earth plane. So it's really 4 out of 5 cards are pentacles. You've got to do this, but how can you use your mind to help that happen? And I believe for you, the tying it together is making sure that at every stage you have a beautiful ideal that you can work towards, that you can get behind. This isn't the boring, I'm doing the legwork phase. There needs to be a different way that you think about it. This is the exciting beginning. This is the time when I get to put everything into place exactly the way I want it. This is the growth time. This is the nurturing. This is the seed, the sparking time. You see what I'm saying? So use your natural abilities of conceptualizing to conceptualize these smaller stages in a way that is attractive and compelling to you. And once you make that mental shift, you're going to find that things fall into place much faster and much easier. All right, Libra, thanks so much for sharing your time and your energy with me. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. And let me know how this spread was, especially if you return to this channel frequently. Let me know how the change was. If you are curious about who I am and what I offer, what I do, there's more information in the description below, and there's also some links that you can check out. I'll look forward to seeing you next time, Libra. Have a good one.